Okay, well, I've had several hundred messages, emails, and etc. on my famous taco meat, so here we go. Ingredients: we've got a purple onion. I always use purple onion. Yukon potato. I'm gonna, just because I have it, I'm gonna use a leek. I have my cauliflower here. I'm gonna use this kind of leftover cauliflower. I'm gonna use that up. And I've got my sugar snappy. I buy these from Costco. They're organic and they're pretty inexpensive. I mean, these are like $2 or $3, $4 a pound, and at Costco they're a couple bucks a pound, so I get those. The tomatoes I'm going to use today are the canned because it's not quite tomato season. I love to use the fresh, but just can't do that today. This is the only seasoning I use. This is Grandma's chili powder. It's available wherever fine chili powder is sold, of course. And then salt. And the reason I like Grandma's is because it's of course has the chili powder in it, but it also has just a faint amount of the other seasoning. I believe it's got oregano and some comino. And that stuff can be really overpowering. Now, you might want to use a little extra comino. Sometimes I like that, but rarely. Usually I just use this, and depending on my mood, I'll use more or less of it. I'll just kind of go by the color. I might add a teaspoon to half a batch of hamburger taco meat. So today we're going to use hamburger meat, by the way. But anyway. Or I might use as much as a teaspoon and a half of it, so we'll just see what kind of mood I'm in today. And then I use, I like to buy this at Costco. It's their Kirkland, it's organic ground beef. It seems like it's just fine. Otherwise I'll just buy a pound of ground beef, the organic at Whole Foods or whatever. So let's get started. I'm going to show you how to do how to cut up the potato. So we're going to do that. I cut off the bottom of it so it, of course, lays, it's going to lay there flat so it doesn't roll around. I just got these knives sharpened, so they're dangerous, and that's the wrong knife. So I'm going to try to find my, here we go. Okay. I just got all these knives sharpened, so I've got to be careful with them. Usually if I nick my finger a little bit, it doesn't even cut, but I just got them all sharpened, so. Now look at that, just like butter. Oh, ouch. Except it's got a sharp point. Now, alright. And again, that's not the best knife. Looking for the best knife. Here we go. Alright. So I'm just going to make that. So I cut that bottom off so it's nice and flat on the bottom. It's kind of cool. I want to make it in these little, nice little cubes. Don't be too anal about it. In fact, when you're cooking stuff, don't be anal about anything. Just cook it up, throw it in the pan, and see what happens. Okay, so we got that. I'm going to set that aside, and I got to watch these knives. Like I said, I just got them sharpened, and they're sort of deadly. So put that in there. Okay, now the onion. I've got my onion board. See that onion? This is my old onion board, and the reason you do that is because it'll taint. If you cut an onion on your regular cutting board, and then cut an apple or something, you can taste it. So don't do that. It's dumb. Just get an old board or a new board, whatever, and mark an onion. Make sure nobody uses it. You can use it for anything you want, but it's going to taste like onion or garlic. So I use this for onion and garlic. So again, we're not real anal about this. Just you can cut them kind of big because they're all going to cook down. So we get about that much onion. This is for a half a pound of hamburger, by the way. So put that aside. And then I've already got my cauliflower kind of partially cut up here. So let's just finish that. And all this stuff breaks down pretty good, so you don't have to be really picky about how you cut it. I'm going to use it all because I just don't have very much of it today. Now I have used broccoli in the past, but I'll only use broccoli if we have people over. We're going to eat it all because it doesn't keep. Broccoli tastes kind of funky the day after. So I don't like to use it anymore because I won't eat the leftovers if I do that. So, and then put that back in here. And then the peas, I've got some snap peas already cut up here. Yeah, so I'm going to use those, but and I forgot to wash some, so let's see. Where are they? I lost my snap peas. Oh, here they are. Okay, so snap peas, grab a handful, kind of set them out. Now these aren't this is the bag before the new bag, so these are a little funky. You got to throw that one out. But the way I do it is I like to cut off the tops of these things a little bit. I'll do that on both sides, and then cut them in about 3/8 half-inch pieces. And I need another bowl here. So and when you're making taco meat this way, you're gonna add a lot more veggies than it looks like you can do because they cook down so much. They cook down like 80% or 90%. So we're gonna fill up our pan. We're gonna have a half a pound of hamburger. We're gonna have about, I don't know, like a bushel of veggies on top, and it'll look like that looks like too much, but actually it turns out really good. And with the seasoning, with that grandma's or whatever your favorite chili powder seasoning is, it all kind of blends together. So you don't really, it doesn't taste like veggie taco meat. It tastes like taco meat. It's great stuff. Okay, now here's my meat. See, it's got the little meat label on it. Get this stuff out of the way. I probably cut all that stuff and you couldn't see it, huh? So, all right, this is where I use my serrated. I'm going to cut, this was previously frozen, so that's cut pretty good. So I'm going to cut that in half. And then put that in another baggie and put that away. So, and we'll use that. And the reason I don't use a whole pound is because then I can use this for something else, or I can make another batch later. I don't like it when it's days old. I like the taco meat that's fairly fresh. So I think that's all the prep. Those are all the ingredients. What am I leaving out? Feels like there's something missing. Oh yeah, the leek. Okay, so now this is contaminated with meat, so this goes away. This goes over, out of the way, and I wash it with just a little bit of chlorine to get out the funky meat. And oh yeah, the leek. Now the story of the leek is that I don't even know what the hell to do with this, but I imagine I'm just going to cut it and so it's flat, and then I'm going to put it in my taco meat. So anyway, I don't usually use leeks. I got nothing against leeks, but I bought it to make some soup, and I'll do that too. But in the meantime, I want to use part of this in my taco meat just for the hell of it. So let's just do that and add that. Use about half a leek, huh? And I'll look this up later, but I don't know how far up you go with this. So that's a bottle I'm going to do. So there's my my leek. Man, that could go in here because it's not going to go anywhere. Okay, so that's all the prep for the veggies, and let's get to cooking it up and see what it looks like.